Over the past few years, vinyl has been making a huge comeback. Whether it's a younger generation starting to get into it or the audiophiles that have never stopped, what is it about vinyl that is more attractive than today's digital formats?
Searching a vinyl, I think everybody deeps into their past. They can get in, digging into their parents' records, start liking an artist, then they search the artist down a little bit more. I think a lot of the kids like opening up, having a large format in their hands with picture sleeves, picture records, reading the lyrics, and just manually working with a record. You've got to stop, put a needle on it instead of just pushing a button type of thing. I think a lot of it is just the funkiness of playing it. And the kids are collecting like the older collectors. There's guys that never have given up vinyl. I'm one myself. But the kids all of a sudden are doing it like collecting, almost like cards, like comics, anything else. They've just got into it of the frenzy of feeling and, seeing your milk crate start to fill up, and all of a sudden I have 2 milk crates of records, and you'll go, okay, this was classic rock, and now a little bit of punk rock, and just trying to spread it out. And it's been big for quite a few years now. Just that more companies are starting to press to vinyl again, or you'll get some of the bigger bands doing a limited edition record where they didn't bother before. They would do the triple CD package with a DVD. Well, now they'll do a smaller pressing of, again, like Ozzy Osbourne, Iggy Pop, different things for Record Store Days, just to keep it going.
I started collecting vinyl 3 years ago. I'm up over 1,000 pieces of vinyl. Everybody that comes over to listen to the vinyl is always interested to see like what I have, the old stuff, compared to the newer pressings today. I think it's a retro thing. When you were a kid, those memories come back, and when you put the record on the turntable, drop the needle, it's just a good feeling.
I'm glad vinyl's coming back because in the digital age we've progressed and progressed in digital, and we've lost the sense of clear, pure sounds, pure tones from guitars and violins and stuff like that, which digital doesn't really capture anymore. But analog is perfect for that, and the best analog medium is the album. There is audio tapes naturally, but those have also faded away too. Turntables are precision devices. The tone arms can be very expensive, like the one here beside us, the $1,000 tone arm with probably going to put about a $500 cartridge on that if you really want to get to the high-end stuff. You will hear the difference. If you start with a $100 cartridge, you'll be very satisfied. But every time you go up, even a small amount, you're going to say, oh yeah, I like that sound. To the point where you're going to be at a point where you're hearing music that most people don't ever hear anymore. And in the old vinyl, in the 70s, the pressings were peaking at a maximum quality. Some of your rock bands, classical music, stuff like that.
It's much more involved, so that makes it more neat for the listener. You got to physically lift the lid, you've got to take the plastic off, you look at the vinyl, you hold it up to see if it's see-through or not, and while you put it on, you got to set the record. It's not the same thing as, even as far as a CD goes, it's not the same thing as just hitting a button and slapping it on, hitting another button. It's the same argument you hear from audiophiles, like my ears aren't the best, but it's the compression involved in compressing a sound file onto a CD over, like there's a reason why a record is that big. It's just the sound isn't compressed at all. It needs to be on this huge thing, whereas a CD, they digitize it and then they have to press it, squash it down. You physically see that in CD versus a vinyl. So it translates sound quality as well, I think. So
it is neat because the kid turn around and maybe never even heard Frank Sinatra, and they're into it. You could be Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Green Day to Ozzy Osbourne, because they're getting a taste. They might be getting their parents, their mothers, their older brothers, and it just puts them back in, which keeps it all going.
If you're looking to experience quality sound and an unbeatable listening experience, maybe you too should consider getting a turntable and putting on a record. For Shaw TV, I'm Christian LeMay.